date off potential. And I was like, hold on, please say that again. She was like, don't date off potential. Because when you date off potential, if the person doesn't go to where you think they're going to be at, and you keep acting the same way that you found them at, you're going to get mad later down the road because they didn't want to change themselves. And I was like, dang, boy. What's good, everybody? Welcome back to the More Purpose Podcast,
where we talk faith and finances.
I'm your host, Clarence.
And your co-host, Marlon.
And this is episode 9, and today we are talking about relationships.
Yes, sir.
So, one, this ain't no research topic. This is an open, transparent conversation between not only me and Marlon, but we have a live audience today with my family, Ron in here behind the camera and everything.
Yes, sir.
So there will be some random questions that's thrown in outside of these two mics right here, so don't be alarmed when you hear something. But yeah, we're going to be going off our own personal perspectives and what we feel like relationships need to consist of, or from what we already personally experienced. So I hope y'all ready to tap in. Go ahead and get your popcorn. You may need this, you never know.
Facts.
But this is from a fella's perspective. So fellas,
lock in.
Open your ears. Let's go. No chaser again. We locked in.
Let's do it.
So, first question. Do you feel like a person should look for a relationship if they don't know their purpose?
No, I don't think somebody should look for a relationship if they don't know their purpose, because you will not know who's compatible to you until you know your purpose. So it's like, until I know what God called me to do in this earth, how would I know who even fits the criteria to help me walk into what he's called me to be?
I like that. That was good. I seen a video the other day. Matter of fact, my boy Bryce, my friend Bryce, he had sent a video to my Instagram, and the dude, he was basically saying how, you know how in the Bible it says a man without a vision will perish, and it was saying how a woman is there to nurture the vision that the man has, and when I heard that, I was like, dang, that was good, because majority of the time, the woman is usually the missing piece. Like, to all millionaires I watch, usually always credit their success to their wife. But it comes from their woman nurturing the vision that the man already had.
Yeah.
And I feel like with us, we won't be able to find the right woman, like you just said, until we know what our purpose is, the vision that God laid out for us, and how to actually get there.
Yeah. And so like, do you do you think so do you think you have to have all your stuff together before you get in a relationship? As far as like, okay, I know my purpose. I know what I'm called to do in life, but of course I don't have everything where I want it right now. I may not have the job I want right now. I may not be making the money I want right now. What would you say to that person?
I feel like you don't have to have all your stuff together, well, like, before you're in a relationship, because I feel like sometimes it's meant for your significant other to fill in that void to help, like, push you on the right path where you need to be at, if you're not already there. But I do feel like you need to have some type of goal or some type of vision or some type of plan in place to actually go after, instead of just being stagnant and not knowing what you want to do in your life.
Yeah.
So I feel like you have to go to God and really seek and find, like, where he wants you to be at, and figure out, all right, bet, God wants me to be here. I mean, I don't know how to get there yet, but I do know this is where I need to be at.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's where you can go and stem off from and ask whoever your significant other is, friendship or relationship wise, like, to help you push you in that direction.
Yeah.
And that really be like how you supposed to find your friends anyway, like people that's actually helping you push towards purpose versus pulling you away from it.
And that's why I think a lot of friendships and relationships don't work out ultimately, because people just don't know their purpose. And that'd be like a lot of the roots of the problems. You know, people get friends and they're like, oh, these people start acting this way, or I left and they start acting this way. But it's like, it was a waste of time only because you didn't know your purpose. Because when you know your purpose, you know who to be around, you know who not to be around, you know who's for you, who's not for you. It's like you can tell all of that. You can literally do the process of elimination. So,
you know what I think why like relationships don't really be working?
Why?
It's because most people don't know how to sacrifice or compromise.
Sacrifice or compromise?
Yeah. So think about it like this. God's biggest sign of love for us was sacrificing his son.
Yeah.
Like giving his only begotten son.
Talk to me.
Yeah, know what I'm saying? Gave Jesus to save our sins, right? If God did that for us, and that's his sign of love, that's his ultimate sacrifice and everything for us. In relationships, we need to learn how to sacrifice and compromise to build a relationship in the right direction. Like, if I know that, I'm trying to figure out how to way to give that example and everything.
I get what you're saying, because I feel like, and everything you're saying is true, because I feel like love or relationship, it really is sacrifice, because it's like, yes, by myself, I could be doing this, but it's like, I'm going to set myself aside. I'm going to sacrifice this, compromise this to be with this other person, because I will get way much farther with this person than by myself. So it's like, it is some ways I gotta sacrifice. I'm not a little boy no more, so I gotta sacrifice. I'm not going out I can't keep going this place no more. I can't keep hanging around them no more. I believe a relationship is sacrifice.
Nah, facts. And remember the description? I think it's in Ecclesiastes, but it was basically talking about how 2 is better than 1, and it was saying if you can get a third person, friendship wise, like a triple braided cord is not so easily broken because when you like in the fight, it was basically saying how if you only by yourself and you're going against 2 other people from 2 different angles, it's gonna be hard for you to focus on 2 different people. But if it's 2 of you, you can cover your front end, and your significant other can cover the behind you. So wherever the devil try to throws you from the back, they can catch that part, and you can focus on what's in front of you. And it's the same thing with friendships, relationships, whatever it is. Like your friends and everybody should be able to take on whatever's coming in their direction to where all y'all don't have to worry about something sneaking up from behind you, catching you like blindsided you or anything.
I think that's the biggest part about having a significant other also, like knowing somebody has your back, like knowing somebody is covering your back in. Like I think, especially from a man's perspective, since we're talking about men and we are men, so it's nothing like having a female that is covering you in that way or form, because I think women are naturally like, they see what we can't see sometimes.
Not
like,
for sure.
We may be looking like Dad always says, women think long term. Oh no, women think detailed. Men think long term, but the woman is like, you need the details to even get to the long term. So our minds is like, okay, we may be in a relationship. We're like, oh, I'm trying to be here, but then the girl's like, okay, we're gonna do this to get here. I'm gonna get you organized. I'm gonna do all this. Like, and she may see the sneak attacks that you may not see along the way because you just thinking about getting there, and she's looking like at the present very time. So I feel like it is good to have those relationships.
Bro, it's crazy because I took the Eric Thomas DISC assessment, right? And the DISC assessment means discipline, interaction, structure, and caution. And when I took the test, basically like a superpower test. So the superpower test said I was an I. So I was the I in DISC, which means the interactive. So my superpower is more so interacting with people, making people comfortable. And I'm one of those that always provides the bigger vision for everybody to see. So, you know, like me, anytime we around, when it comes to motivating, inspiring, whatever, I'm always the one that be like, all right, bet. I can paint a picture of anything and be like, all right, everybody lock in, let's get to this vision right here. We all gonna get to this. We all gonna be billionaires, this and that. Have everybody lit. But I'm not the man to give you the step-by-step structure of how to get there to that point. And I give you some certain steps and everything to get there, but it's the small steps that I usually miss because I'm more of a bigger vision person. And when I was looking at it, I was like, dang, I know for whenever I meet my wife and everything, my wife is going to have to be the person that's going to provide that structure and bring that stability and balance to my life to show me, all right, bet, that's the vision, like you just said, but we need to take these steps to get there.
And I think that's good because I feel like I would want my significant other to be strong in my weaknesses.
Facts.
Like, it's technically no point to be in a relationship if you're not sharpening me, if you're not making me better in some way, shape, or form. So it's like, if I together with a girl, we start dating, and I don't see my ways starting to changing and becoming more positive over time, it's like, what is actually the purpose? Because I feel like once you meet that girl that you believe God is into your life, y'all both are walking in purpose together. It's like you should be seeing a more positive change and a more positive outcome coming out of that.
Not for sure, and it's hard to even know what woman or friend is coming to your life if you don't know much about yourself.
That's true.
So when I took the test, it made me realize like what I'm lacking in my life, and it made me realize what kind of relationships and friendships I need in my life to come in the season I'm in right now. So like now, when I have like run to new people or have these different like dates or whatever with different women and everything, it shows me, all right, bet you like this. That's not gonna align with where I'm at right now, or what God's like have me go towards. Because I know if I'm the person that needs help making like the harder decisions or anything, or if I know I'm a person that needs more structure and balance in my life, I don't really need to be with nobody that's the same exact person as me. It's not gonna add up. But a lot of people that get in relationships, they don't even know themselves, so that's what makes it harder. That's another reason why I feel like relationships don't work, because they don't know who they are themselves. But that comes from like the self-love aspect, like actually having self-love and showing yourself love to the point where you be like, all right, bet, I know I like this. I know I need to work on this. I know I need to grow in this aspect. I know I'm not ready for this because I'm still dealing with this past trauma right here. I'm not ready to go in a relationship because I'm still dealing with this.
And that makes me think about the scripture.
You're allowed to run after this.
All right. That made me think about the scripture that says, love your neighbor as you love yourself.
Yeah. Got you. Got you.
But if you don't even love yourself, how can you love your neighbor? So it's like, if I don't even know how to love myself, why try to get into a relationship and I can't even express the same love to my significant other? Because like now it's like basically you're wasting another person's time who may love you, but you're not ready to love yet. You may be healing from something past or something from trauma, like you said. But it's like if you don't love yourself first, you cannot translate that love over to anybody else.
And even if you do love yourself, it's still not gonna work if that person that you're trying to pursue doesn't love themselves, because it's still gonna be one sided. It's still gonna be unbalanced regardless. So it's like the best way to even get into a relationship is making sure that, like Eric Thomas said, that he was like, work on you, and then someday the person that's working on them, y'all gonna meet up at some point.
That's right.
And both of y'all gonna be ready for each other because y'all both working on yourselves.
I got a question to everybody in the room. Then you just made me think. It's a good one. It ain't nothing biblically, but do you believe, or do y'all believe in soulmates? Soulmate meaning God designed one specific person in this world. He designed one specific person in this world for you. Because I don't believe in a soulmate. I believe there's like...
There's not the one, but there is the right one.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. There you go.
I think there is a right one, and then this one is like God is like, okay, this can be acceptable. Like, if you get what I'm saying, like, because this is my whole thought process on it. If there was one person that God already mapped out for us to marry, and we have free will. At the end of the day, we have free will. So let's just say we do not marry that person. That throws off the whole world, because 7 billion people in the world. That means every person has one person that they're meant to be with. So if I take your person and you take my person, the whole dimension
everything messed up.
Yeah, everything messed up. So I don't believe that we have one soulmate.
Yeah.
I do believe like you, I don't know if one of y'all said it, like God was sitting there as y'all work together.
Yeah. So I have the same perspective on that, because I feel like 1 in 7 billion people in the world, God will always, like, for people that get in divorces, because again, nobody's meant to be perfect. So if you mess up in this relationship, that don't mean you're not gonna ever find love again.
That's facts. Yeah.
Like God will probably send you someone else later on down the line that still matches the same vibe that you need, or will be even what you need in a more or a different aspect for the season that you're in. So it's like, I feel like you will always have someone that can match where you want to be at, or match what you need in your life, but just more so on, like, you just make sure you focusing on you, and to build up to the point where you actually can love them the right way whenever they come.
And I think that's a big thing, because you do want to be prepared, because of course we don't have wives yet, but it's like, how will you know?
You won't.
Unless you are focused on God.
Facts.
That'd be scaring me.
Facts.
That'd be scaring me, because, sometimes as a young male, you could just be out here like doing so much, working, doing all these different things. And it's like, how would you know? How do you
wouldn't know?
Yeah, how would you know unless you're like fully your eyes on God? I'm doing my own thing. I got my stuff together. Then God just sends that person, and it's like,
hot take.
Okay.
Do you think social media has killed the trend of faithful relationships?
Yeah.
You think so, bro?
Yeah. Has killed the trend.
Cause like back in the day, like
no.
Not trend, like, you know what I'm saying, like, has basically killed the mindset of, like, it's not really more of like out in the front of being loyal anymore. Like, the trend now is more so cheap.
Yes, and I was gonna say, I think to me personally, I blame music more than social media.
Ooh, I like that.
That's me.
That's valid. That's valid. That's
think
valid.
about the songs we hear, the toxic songs, like talking about having sex with multiple girls, doing this, doing that, and it's going in your ears, going to your heart.
Yep.
And think about, so I think I seen a post. It was talking about how old R&B music, like in our parents' time, was all about love.
Yeah, it's all about love.
Think about it.
It was.
Old R&B music back in the day was all about love, loving your lady.
It was.
And now our R&B music of our generation is like it's
it's wild. It's wild.
It is horrific.
It's crazy.
It's terrible. So social media too, because I feel like I would say it is ruining it a little bit as far as trying to portray an image. So people will rush to like pop out to say they're with this person and not be loyal at the end of the day. Like it looks good. We look like a power couple. We look the part. She look good. She's a good looking lady. She's beautiful. I'm a handsome looking fella.
Yeah.
So we come together, post on social media. Good. It look like we got it going on. You feel what I'm saying? So,
bro, yeah, I feel like social media is like, it's a highlight reel. So yeah, like you just said, like people can look good and everything, but in their home, nothing going right. But in that aspect, I feel like the problem with most people, as far as like relationship wise, they always set a celebrity couple as their standard of what a relationship should look like. When I feel like relationship is not one size fits all. Like, I feel like relationships, like everybody's love language is gonna be different how they run their home. Like I be getting mad every time the argument on Instagram where they be like, how should a man and a wife run their home and everything? Should be 50-50. Like should be 50-50. Should a man be paying the bill? Should this be happening? But I feel like
do what works for you.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It shouldn't just be one answer to that. Yeah. Whatever that relationship needs and however it works for them, it should how it be. Yeah. That's how it should be for them. Like it shouldn't be no, oh yeah, everybody needs to be 50-50.
Yeah.
But what if you're a dude that doesn't want your wife working or anything, and your wife doesn't want to work either? Like, you know what I'm saying? Do what works for y'all. Like,
and that aspect also that has ruined relationships. Not as far as cheating, but as far as people. This is the biggest thing. This is the biggest thing I would say. People that are not confident in their own selves. They're insecure. So they see stuff like that and try to do things to like feel like they gotta catch up.
Yeah.
They feel like I gotta be this way. I gotta do this. I gotta do that. But they're not even confident in their own selves. So stuff like that is what influences those people. People like us where we know what we're doing. We know what we got going on. We see that stuff and we like, we don't think nothing of it. But then you go in the comments and you see it's a whole lot of like, arguing about 50-50. Oh no, my man need to pay all my stuff. Social media is influencing all of that.
So my man's a roommate if we paying 50-50. Like what?
Listen.
You sound crazy. What?
Listen.
I be in the comments laughing. I'm looking like, bro, people down here arguing.
But no, I think the biggest thing in those posts, since we talking about it, the biggest thing is half the people that be in them conversations arguing are not married.
That's facts.
So if this is just me, I would never do it because I'm not moving in with a girl that I'm not married to. That's just me personally.
I'm not either.
But if I do move in with a girl I'm not married to, me personally, I'm going 50-50.
Yeah.
She's not my wife yet.
Yeah. For sure.
What am I about to spend 100?
Like, yeah,
why am I going 100%? I'm not married to this girl yet.
For sure, because then the argument comes on the aspect of, can you figure out how the person lives before you like get married and everything?
That's facts.
Yeah. So it's like, I'm not gonna knock it as far as like if we to that point where I feel like we on the verge about to get married and everything, and like the year before we get married, we live together and everything, just see how like the living experiences and everything. All right, cool. We learn each other about to make sure I'm cool with how you living and everything. Cause if I come in here and move into this house and you nasty, everything's off.
Yeah.
It said 50% of people are more likely. 50% of couples are more likely to get divorced if they move in together before they get married.
Bro, I'm telling you, Are you serious? Are you serious?
That's crazy.
That is crazy. Since we own this, talking about divorce and stuff like that. Well, not divorce, but what is your non-negotiable? I'm gonna give you mine real quick.
All right, go ahead.
This sound real outrageous. This ain't nothing deep, nothing spiritual. If my wife cannot sit through Star Wars movies with me, she is not my wife. If she can't sit through Star Wars or Marvel movies, she's not my wife. I don't care.
Marvel for sure. Marvel for sure. I'm Marvel head, so yeah. If you can't watch movies in general, because I'm a movie head in general, so it's like if you can't sit there and watch the movies with me. If you can't go to no basketball game with me, no sport game, I'm trying to sit courtside these games and everything. If you can't even sit courtside with me or go to a game in general or have fun, whatever.
Like, come on, bro.
Come on, brother. Like, what we doing?
Of course, God and stuff. That's that's
like,
automatic.
You already know. God.
That's the automatic.
We gotta be equally yoked. That's for sure.
Definitely equally yoked. Yeah.
But yeah, like for like the fun non-negotiables, like if you don't watch Marvel movies,
you gotta be adventurous for me.
If you don't like traveling,
boy.
What?
Yeah, you cannot be comfortable in like, nah, like I'm ready to get gone.
If you scared of planes, I can't be with you.
Nah, he OD.
I can't be with you.
You better hold her hand.
I'm living on a plane. I travel almost every month.
Nah, I feel you.
So it's like, if you can't get on a plane with me, like, what we doing? You ain't meant for me. I'm sorry.
I feel that.
You be stuck at the crib.
How do you know if somebody is unequally yoked than you? Or not equally yoked, the same as you?
I feel like you won't know if you're not on your word.
Bingo.
Yeah, if you're not on your word, I feel like you won't know because, well, one, you'll know how both of y'all are talking too. On top of that, It's like from my experience and everything, I knew somebody was equally yoked when we was at a prayer service and they was praying better than me. But like the aspect, not praying better than me in that aspect, but like the way they was talking, the way they was praying and talking to God and everything was at a way better articulation than how I was, which made me feel like they was at a higher level.
You was attracted?
What? That's a turn on. I look, and then while I'm praying, they start praying for me.
Yep,
I'm
there
like,
it is.
Who praying for me?
There it is right there. Hey, look, he felt that touch.
I was like, hold on. I was like, hold on now, brother. But like in that aspect, like you'll know by just like the maturity level of like where they are spiritually and everything.
I got it for you. It's got it in my head. You will know if you're equally yoked by how they're submitted to God.
Yes, their love for. Matter of fact, remember that video?
Listen though.
Go ahead, tap in.
You will know if they're equally yoked by their submission to God.
Mhm.
Because if she's not submitted to God, how can she submit to you?
Facts.
And if I'm not submitted to God, why would my wife want to submit to me?
Yes, bro. Remember the video I sent you of the couple, and the lady was saying how they had sex before marriage, right? And she was about to break up with him because she said, "I love God more than I love you. So if we can't get this under wraps and stop having sex or anything before marriage, we can't be together."
Yeah.
But it's basically saying like her reference for God is a way higher level than her flesh and
he should
everything.
have been fine with it. He should have been like,
and that's how you know it's like either he gonna be fine with it, he gonna be able to cool out on the flesh and everything, and really respect her decision and everything, or it's gonna be next person. You're not.
And if he loved her that much, he would do that.
Exactly.
Like back to what we said is sacrifice.
Yes, bro.
Like your flesh, you need it. In a relationship, you need to sacrifice your flesh. Like your flesh is to not. You know what I'm saying?
It shouldn't be running a relationship, bro. That thing is crazy. What's up?
Do you think a relationship is fixable if y'all slipped up and had sex before marriage?
Yes.
Yes.
All have sin and come short of the glory of God. But I feel in that aspect, I feel like how we just said, it's room to grow because one, you'll feel convicted. And if y'all both have the respect and love for God that y'all say y'all do, y'all both be down and be like, all right, bet we can't do this no more. Like we have to focus up on this and build the right foundation because sometimes relationships mess up because the foundation is built on the wrong thing.
Yes.
So if the foundation is built off sex, it's gonna be hard to break that down and rebuild on a godly standpoint and everything. But it's possible. It's just both y'all have to be focused on the same goal. Both y'all have to be aligned on the same vision. And Jalil, my boy Jalil, he had told me, he was saying how most things crumble because everybody's not focused on the same vision, which means everybody's not on the same path on trying to accomplish the same goal.
Yeah.
Because once the vision gets blurry, that's where all problems start happening. But yeah.
That's true.
Did I answer your question?
It definitely, it could be fixed for sure.
I feel like it can be fixed. Yeah.
There you
Facts.
go.
Facts.
You go. A lot of relationships are built on wrong foundation, though. Truly.
That's all my past relationships.
And I think more so for the fellas, since talking about to like the boys, I think more so for us, just speaking directly to the men, that our relationships can start off on the wrong foundation, mainly because of lust problems.
Yeah.
For
sure.
You can agree with that.
For sure.
Y'all can agree with that.
For sure.
I think mainly because of our, not even speaking for women, but our own lust problems. So it's like because we sexualize women.
Yeah.
Of course, not every single woman, but because growing up as a young male, you do have that lust problem.
Yeah.
So like growing up sexualizing a woman, it's like, if we being transparent, this is the More Purpose podcast, but you may see a woman and the first thing that goes in your head is what?
Sex.
Can I have sex with her? That's the first thing. So then after you have sex with her, it's like, now I like this girl.
Yeah, but like it's done out the wrong thing.
Friends yet?
It's ruled out the wrong thing.
Yeah.
And that's where my mindset has shifted now, because back when we was in middle school, like, you know how like if I would be like staying like a childish state and everything. I forgot how it says.
Yeah.
Don't quote me, baby. But just back. But just back in middle school, like the difference between how, one, I'm not thinking about sex, none of that stuff back then. It's more so I like you because I like you. Like we was actually friends first and everything. I actually grew to liking everything. But when you got to high school and everything, the liking stemmed from lust.
Yes.
Because that was like the trend of high school. Like, especially if you was hanging in the wrong circle, you start seeing people having sex and everything, and they start being like, oh yeah, I'm with her because we do this all the time. And now your vision blurred on what a real relationship supposed to be, because now your vision is more so stemmed off of, oh, we have good sex.
So what you're saying is lust blocks you from love.
Yes. I like that. What?
Lust blocks you from love.
I should slap you for that one.
So this just bring me back to the question that I asked you was, well, I didn't ask, but basically I was gonna say, how would you know is like that person is the one, but you won't know it if you're sleeping around.
You won't.
You will not know.
Tony Gaskin said, a man won't be faithful to you if he's not faithful to himself.
Listen.
He was saying, bro, that thing was crazy. He was breaking it down. He was like, if a woman is dating a scammer, most likely he won't be faithful.
That's crazy.
If a woman's dating an alcoholic, most likely he won't be faithful. If a woman's dating
himself.
Yeah, if a woman's dating a person that smokes weed 5,000 times a day, most likely he won't be faithful. Because he don't know how to be faithful to himself.
Self-discipline.
Yeah, the self-discipline is not there. So what happens when the lust urge comes?
And that's what I was about to say, because it's like, I think that's why in this generation we do have to cherish our single times because your single times, people. That's another point to social media to where it's rushed people to think it's not cool being
Single, yeah.
But in reality, your single times is where you get yourself together. Because when God send that person, you better be ready or let it pass you by. Like truly, because if I don't fix my lust problem right now while it's just Marlon, when God sends that girl along,
you're gonna have the same problem.
Because the temptation's not going nowhere at the end of the day.
At all. At all.
Like,
matter of fact, it's gonna get worse.
It's gonna get worse.
It's gonna get worse.
It's gonna and then the consequences are gonna be worse.
Yes, it's really crazy because a lot of times, for me, I realized that most of my relationships in the past didn't work because I wanted to be Superman, feeling like I could fix a person. And
actually, listen,
one of my old clients and everything, she had a marriage and everything, but she was basically saying how for people our age and everything, in general, she was like, with the one tip I can give you, don't date off potential. And I was like, hold on, please say that again. She was like, don't date off potential. Because when you date off potential, if the person doesn't go to where you think they're going to be at, and you keep acting the same way that you found them at, you're going to get mad later down the road because they didn't want to change themselves. And I was like, dang, boy. And that's been a lot of my situations where it's like, I see the potential in you, but you don't see it for yourself, so you're not going to change in a way that I feel like you was going to change. So if I feel like you're going to go from depression to happy all the time and everything, but you don't ever get there, now it's draining me. Because I seen the bright side of you, but all you seen is darkness for yourself.
Goodness. And you just hoping they gonna fix it.
Yeah, it's like you think they gonna get
you hoping they gonna see it through your lens. Like, well, why you always mad all the time?
Yeah, like
why you always
you got to attitude all the time. We gonna fix that. A year go by, you used to have a whole attitude. Now I'm draining myself because I'm trying to pour all this energy in you, trying to make you positive, trying to make you a people person, this and that. But now you trying to grow, but that's not you. That's not where you at right now. And now since I'm dating off potential, I put myself in a hole.
You trying to tailor made the suit?
Yeah.
Goodness, boy. That goes with friendships too, though, because it's like now that I'm thinking about it, because I know me, like specifically me, I cherish and I love the people who not just accept me, but love me for where I am right now.
Yes, bro. Yes.
I truly, I love those people who didn't give up on me where I am right now. Like, taking a chance on, I always tell my friends, taking a chance on me right now is the best thing you can do because I know where I'm going, but I'm not even talking about potential. Who I am now is just going to be times 10. But it's like, so would you want, I think they said it on a Know For Sure podcast, the dude said, with the person you're trying to go out with or be with, would they have dated your 8th grade self?
Yeah, facts.
That just made me think.
I was like, hey, boy.
How was I in the 8th grade? Because he was like, that's kind of your true self.
Yeah, pure self.
Like
perverted.
All the stuff by the world and all the drugs and sex and all this other stuff.
Social media and everything.
Date your 8th grade self or whatever year that may be for you.
Like your genuine self.
Your genuine self. Without money, without titles.
Before you can even conceive of a job of what sex is.
Would that person date you as you were?
That's crazy. That's good. That's a great question to think about. Which, it's crazy.
And that go with friendships too, because a lot of people become friends with people for money, for job titles,
for the wrong thing,
to influence.
To leech. Because of what they got, or because where they see that person going, they be like, I need to hurry get on the train before they leave, before they get out of here. Nah, where's the genuineness in that? Let me tell you something. For me, I can say for both of us. Me and Marlon, I feel like we got real discipline on who we call our friends. Like basically distinguishing friends, associates, acquaintances, or people that we just know, like people that we know of. I dap you up when I see you, and that be it. It don't be no extra stuff like that. Or just knowing like when to hang out with certain people, what days and times to do that, because we know from where we're going, we can't hang out with certain people on a consistent basis because of the way they live their lifestyle. It doesn't match with where we're going. So we have to really watch who we hanging around, who our witnesses, who's growing around us, because we can't really afford to have anybody around us that's not growing the same path or the same trajectory that we're trying to grow in. So as far as the quantity, I don't believe in having a lot of friends and anything. Like I actually call friends because majority, for in our aspect, for our friends is really family at this point because we really call them family. That's how we treat them. Like my boys, Jaden, Bryce, Jamal, that's my inner circle. We talk on an everyday basis. And it's to the point where we all helping each other grow. We just had a whole venting session the other day in the car on the phone for 2 hours, bro.
For real.
Just like thinking back on how far we all grown as men, basically our friend group and everything, and you can't really do that in a high quantity of friends because it's not gonna be as intimate. If you get what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like we all want the same thing. We all want to grow personally. We all want to strive for better, but we can't do that if we hanging around people that's been doing the same thing since middle school.
Hey, listen.
There's a lot of people that's trapped in the same lifestyle they've been living since they got to ninth grade, high school, all the way through college, still living the same lifestyle.
Yeah.
I don't need to walk in a room and all you talking about every time I walk in the room, sex and drugs.
Well, it's definitely quality over
quality over quantity.
Because I'd rather have 4 friends that know their purpose, striving to get their purpose, than have 20 friends that don't know their purpose. That's dangerous. Me and my 4 friends that know our purpose are gonna surpass any other friend group because it's like we all on the same common goal. But I think people do get so caught up in, oh, I don't have so many friends. Like you need to focus on the ones that are there for you. Keep the loyal ones around. Like it may be one person, it may be 2, and God will send the rest along the way. But it's like it's definitely quality over quantity. Don't ever get caught up in thinking like I need to have a whole lot of people around me. And I'm very specific about that also because you gotta know your character. So like I know personally how me and CL's character are. So we attract a lot of people just because how outgoing we are. But just because I attract a lot of people does not mean I'm just supposed to have a lot of friends. That just makes me even more careful who I let into my inner circle because everybody wants to be around Marlon. Everybody wants to be around CL. Like you know what I'm saying? They're cool guys. But it's like that's when you really gotta be careful because it's like if everybody want to be around you, it's like nah, it's a Judas in there somewhere.
No cap. Yeah. But Jaden he just posted a motivational video the other day on his story and basically saying like protect your ship and basically we're the captain of our own ships and everything and who you have on your boat.
Let me find out Jaden preaching.
But he was like he basically saying like who you have on your boat is gonna play a big part of where you're going on your destination and everything. And he was like, but it's up to you and God or who's gonna actually stay on the boat. And he was like, sometimes you got to throw people off the boat that's not called to be on the path that you're going or to get to the final destination that you're going to. And it made me think about it. Like, I'm grateful for that. My friend group that I have right now, I ain't got the same people every day. A lot of y'all not.
Yeah.
You know, it might not be every single day, but I talk to the same people every day. Like, the same circle, because we all are holding each other accountable. We all help each other grow. We all are calling each other out when we, like, doing something wrong that we're not supposed to be doing. Like, there ain't no yes man in my circle. There ain't no people that's just over here leeching and just like trying to get some game and then do their own thing with it. Nah, it's like we all trying to push each other to where we need to be at, and we all pushing each other closer to God on top of that. And when you have that type of standard and that type of friend group, you don't just let anybody in your inner circle because now it's a standard to be upheld. Now anybody that we meet, anybody that we run into, you have a chance of being in the inner circle or anything to the point where we talk all the time, hang out, all this stuff, or go to different things that we do. But you have to match that type of genuineness and vibe that we on because if you don't, it's not gonna be that type level that you might expect it to be.
Yeah. Nah, friendships is a tricky one because society does make you like, okay, I need a whole bunch of friends.
You are who you hang around.
Yeah, you truly are who you hang around because I tell my friends all the time, I check my friends. Like we was just checking.
What?
We was just checking Luke. Shout out Luke. We was just checking Luke the other day. We was checking Luke the other day and we literally told him, we was like, bro, if you lacking, we lacking.
Facts.
If I'm lacking, you lacking. That's how friendships are. If Ron is out here doing anything, he represents this.
Yeah.
He represents this just as much as I represent it. So it's like you really got to be mindful of who you're around. And that's relationships too.
Because anybody in your friend group, whatever they look like is how everybody looks like. It ain't no just they just look like that and that's just them.
And it don't mean that is you, but that's how you're going to be perceived.
Yes. Again, the saying birds of a feather flock together and everything. Yeah. So it's like whatever you got going on out there, and somebody be like, oh yeah, Marlon out here wilding out. Or what? Ain't Marlon CL brother? And then they just associate with me. Yeah. And I could be doing nothing. I could be doing nothing wrong, but they automatically going to associate me with what he got going on because they know we're in the inner circle. We hang around each other all the time. That's my brother and everything. So it's like you need to watch who you hanging around, who you put in your circle, or who you call friend. Especially because a lot of times we throw the friend word around a little loose and everything, and call people friends that's talking about you behind your back as soon as they get in another room. So it's like you have to watch. That fact, really hang around genuine people like. Me and Demel don't talk every single day, but genuine people like I call him my friend because we both genuine towards each other.
It's a whole lot of those. The people that you do not hang around. they be the most genuine people.
They be the most genuine people, bro.
I'm not even gonna hold you. Some of those people be more genuine than you.
That's facts.
Than the people you grew up
That's
with.
facts.
I ain't gonna hold you.
That's facts. My boy DeMel, probably one of the most genuine people I know. Even though we don't talk on a day-to-day basis, it's always love. Me and him both, like, ain't no jealousy. He be out there doing his thing. He over here traveling, doing his thing, calling me, letting me know what he got going on. And I'm over here hyped like I'm doing it. I'm over here yelling through the phone like, get right, bro, get right, da-da-da-da, hyping him up and everything, because, like, it's happy to see someone else, another black person on top of that, doing their thing, being successful, following their dreams, and be the same energy reciprocated back on my end. And whole time, DeMelo is who plugged us in to get on BuzzFeed. So it's like, people that be thinking about you, even when you don't think they think about you, that's who you need to be hanging around, like genuine people like that, bro.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, definitely quality over quantity, bro.
My question is, to the people who don't have those friends, how can they find those people?
I feel like you'll automatically attract certain friends when you already have a set goal in mind or a set purpose in mind. Same thing with relationships. I feel like when you already know what you want to do, certain like-minded people will start gravitating towards you and everything.
That's true. You attract who you are.
Yeah, you attract who you are.
So technically speaking, is really nothing you can do
To just force friends.
except work on yourself.
Yeah.
You can't go out like, oh, I'm just going to, like, of course, it is certain times where you do have to go out and engage with people and stuff like that, of course. But your character will attract whoever it needs to attract. So I think about it because I know my character now, and I know my character has changed over time as I've been in high school to now. And a lot of people don't attract to me no more because my character has changed from the things I used to do in high school. I don't do it no more. So a lot of people I used to hang with don't hang around me no more. Not because they don't like me, not because it's beefing, but it's because their characters, it's like a positive and a negative. Like it ain't working.
It don't blend.
It ain't blending. So it's like your character is gonna attract those people, and God, it's really up to God. God's gonna send those people. But when you do get the chance to like go out and stuff like that, like go try it out. Like don't just be like, nah, I'm not going out. Like or this, I need another sign. Like go out and try it. Faith without works is dead. So
Facts.
if you asking God for friends and then you meet that person in the store, they're like, oh, you cool, like, and they start convoying you, like, okay, like let's just go have fun. Like I would test it out and then decide from that point on, like, okay, Holy Spirit, is this person meant to be in my friend group? Is this person meant to be this or that? Stuff like that.
Yeah, because most times, like when you have friends, they usually stem from when you have something like in common. So like when I met Nat, if I don't know if they can see her on the picture, but when I met Nat, she basically needed a photo shoot and everything, but we both had a like mindset on photography and creative writing in that aspect, and that's how we became cool, because we was like, all right, bet we did this together and it went up. Let's do it again, which led to us actually collaborating and working together and becoming a team to where we started doing every shoot together, because we both seen the common interests of what we both wanted in the vision that we both had for each other and everything in that aspect. And that's a lot of times how friends come. Like if I'm like with me back in high school when I met Jaden, okay, everybody, when we all got OD close, it came from us all wanting more for ourselves financially.
Yeah.
And we started a financial group.
That's true.
So it's like when you have the vision for yourself and be like, you could be over there. I could be talking to Marlon about stocks and everything, and you could overhear me and be like, hey, yo, I hear y'all talking about stocks. I'm in the stocks too. And you hop in the conversation through that way. And now we hearing your perspective on stocks, and now we all blended in information that we all learned together, and we all become cool off that. And it can literally just stem from there. So it's just more so like you said, like he said and how I said, working on yourself to become that person to where you attract the people who you are, basically. That was smooth though. I like that question.
Okay.
You got anything else?
It's been a good one.
Any hot takes?
Hot takes.
Y'all got any hot takes?
I said my hot takes. We gotta do more episodes like this.
Nah, facts.
We definitely do. I'm trying to think. Do I have a hot take? I might have said mine. I said my
Relationship
soulmate.
hot take?
I said the soulmate thing. We talked about being equally yoked.
Is that it? Bro, it'd be so many relationship stuff on Instagram, bro. I'm surprised I don't got it come like top of my head. I'm really trying to think. Hot take.
Okay, I'm about to make something up. I'm about to start yapping.
Yeah, go ahead, yap it up, brother.
Okay, let's go. Do you think it's a specific time frame? I'm on something.
Yeah, you on the song?
I don't even know what I was on to, but we on to something. All right, somebody finish it.
I got you. Do you think it's a specific time frame to get married?
There it is. No.
What happens when you miss that time frame you had in your head?
I don't believe. I don't. Said to get married.
To get all right, so I'm gonna give my
Meaning
perspective.
Like, oh, y'all need to be together for this amount of years. Is that what you're saying?
No, like to actually
Oh.
propose. I want to be married by this time. Like you know, how people get like they projection.
Okay.
So if I was to be like, I'm 21 right now, I'm like, I want to be married around like 26, 27.
Okay.
But like, I don't think there's ever a time limit on love. Or whenever you run into that person, that guy be like, that's the person. Like, cause God physically be like, that's the one. What we waiting for?
And that's the thing. It depends on you too as a person, because I know you hear a lot of people that be like, oh, I'm not ready to do this and that yet. I'm not ready for kids yet. I want to travel the world. I want to do all this.
Yeah.
But it's like, if you was outside your whole early life and you like, I'm ready to take this jersey off.
Facts.
I'm ready to hang this up.
Hang
like,
it up.
I'm ready. Like, God,
retire
like,
it. Yeah,
you know what I'm
it's in my
saying?
person.
But other people, they be like, nah, like, I've been tied. I was already tied down for this amount of time. I want to go experience life.
Yeah.
So it depends where you are in life, because I know personally, so I'm 20. If God was to send me a girl, let's just say I get a girlfriend this year. I'm 20. He sends me a girl this year. I date this girl for, let's just say 3 years. But mind you, God already told me she the one.
Yeah.
I'm
not waiting. Like,
I'll probably be married by 24. I ain't
for sure. I'm
not
in the same boat. I'm in the same boat, bro.
college or nothing. I'll probably be married by 24.
I'm in the
Is that
same
bad?
boat. I don't think it's bad, especially when you know your purpose.
That's so. I know my purpose. So it's like, if God specifically told me she's the one, we already been dating for like 3 years. It's like, come on.
We learn each other. I just seen it through all 4 seasons and everything.
Yeah.
But what we waiting for?
Now these people goodness, they be meeting at like 20, and get married to like 27.
Yeah, like dang.
I can't do it.
I'm not waiting that long, bro.
I'm not either.
I'm not waiting that long.
I'm not either.
I'm a simp too, so it's like I don't think I will be able to wait that long. I get bored. Like, what are we waiting for? Like what?
Nah, that was a good question.
That makes me think of if you want to make God laugh, tell me your plans.
Yeah.
Like I want to be married by 28.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I'm 29 and not married.
Like,
Oh.
nah, fact.
You just sparked something. I got a hot take.
People get mad about that too. Like, I want my husband at. I want my wife at.
Michael Todd said he had said something about relationships. He was like, you shouldn't have a list.
I seen that.
He said you shouldn't have a list. A list meaning, because when you said telling God your plans, it made me think of how people
Of who you want your
you
wife.
have like you have. So how do y'all feel about that? Like, because it's like you are kind of limiting God, but
Yeah.
I feel like if that person doesn't look like how you had put on the list,
You
like,
overlook it.
You're not going to see. Yeah, you
Or you'll miss
overlook
it.
That it's a God thing like happening.
You shouldn't have a list, but you should have standards.
Yes.
Nah, for sure.
Yes.
For sure.
I like that. I like that.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, yo, non-negotiables basically. Like,
Yeah, but not my girl got to be 6 foot. Or
yeah, that's too detailed.
That's crazy.
That's too detailed.
Yeah. I had to see because he had said that he had a lot of traction on that video too.
Nah, I like that.
He was like, rip up your list. Like it was a hard video.
Yeah, that was actually a good video
Yeah.
because a lot of times we do sometimes set an unrealistic expectation.
Unrealistic, yeah.
So like, we'll set a list of 1,000 things a woman need to have before we take them serious and everything. But if God sends somebody that has only 999 things on the list,
And that's the thing. I feel like it's never gonna be that person that checks off
everything.
every single box.
Nobody's perfect. That's first
Even
and
the
foremost.
person that God sends, I don't think they're gonna check off every single box.
But that's where the discipline comes in because that's why most
So-
people look. That's why most people, which is bad. I don't condone this at all. Which is bad because a lot of people cheat because one girl might have something that they like, but then the other girl might have something that fills in the void of what this girl's lacking.
Yes.
Which is why a lot of dudes or women cheat in that aspect because they try to fill in the void of what they want from this person to have.
And every person has different.
Yeah, everybody has
every
different
person got
qualities,
different boxes, checked
different
off.
strengths.
This girl probably got this box checked off.
Yeah.
Okay, she's pretty. Okay, but this girl's smart. She helped me with my
Yeah,
money. So,
exactly.
like, you feel me? Like
Exactly.
So then you like.
Where we at?
So yeah, I don't think nobody is ever gonna check off
Everything.
every single box. But as long as like you said, the standards and the non-negotiables, I think those are the biggest ones to base it off of. So you know, like, okay, I need to go down this list of non-negotiables. Since we on this topic, pull up the scripture. Go ahead and pull up the scripture. That's the list.
Facts.
That's the real list.
Facts.
What is it? So I can say it. 1 Corinthians 13:4. My boy Smiley said, if you read 1 Corinthians 13:4 and substitute your significant other's name right there, it should cross off. You with love.
Love.
1 Corinthians
13:4.
It is the perfect time. 1 Corinthians 13:4.
Verse 4 says, "Love is patient and kind. Love is not jealous or boastful or proud or rude. It does not demand its own way. It is not irritable, and it keeps no record of being wronged. It does not rejoice about injustice, but rejoices whenever the truth wins out." Verse 7, "Love never gives up, never loses faith, is always hopeful, and endures through every circumstance." And what Smiley was saying is, whoever your person is or the person that you're with, replace love with their name and see if their name aligns with everything that you just read.
Put your name there and see if you're
Smiley's over there pretend.
Get on set. Get him a mic.
Smiley just said,
Come
and
say
that
it,
thing.
bro.
Now, Matthew, yeah, come say it. Yeah, boy, they got to hear from you.
Hey man, what you're supposed to do is instead of putting your significant other's name up there to see if you're ready for a relationship, fill your name into the places of love to see if you're ready for a relationship.
That is crazy. Yeah, don't worry about no
I'll
cow.
see if I pass my test.
What?
That was good. So what's the scripture again? 1 Corinthians chapter 13, verse 4.
4 through 7.
4 through 7. You need to go, if you're watching this video right now, pull up your Bible app on your phone. It's easy to access. You read that, substitute your name first and foremost, because we need to worry about ourselves before we look at anybody else. Substitute your name, then put your significant other's name. And
What?
you're going to know right there.
That was good.
Hey,
That is crazy.
we're going to end it off with that
You
one.
might have to end it off right there, but that was good. Because that's the final test for everybody.
Nah, facts. God's love is always enough. Always.
I had no words.
Me either.
They ended it off.
We out.
Hey, y'all, I hope y'all enjoyed this conversation. We have to do a part 2.
Nah, this was crazy.
I have to do a part 2, but invite some women on the podcast, let y'all hear from a woman perspective and everything. And we're going to type it from there. But make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe on YouTube, leave a review on the podcast app. And that's all we have for y'all. Love. Y'all be safe. That was good.
Now that was OD.
Hey, boy. He over there whamming.